felt like you were losing control in the classroom? Don't you wish there was a guide to help you along? Congratulations, because you found it. My name is Dr. Ima Tichu, and this is the Teacher's Survival Guide to a Successful Classroom. As you've learned, there are 3 domains to the class conceptual framework for classroom interactions: emotional support, instructional support, and classroom organization. Each domain has many dimensions, and I will show you through examples and non-examples how you can implement these to create a successful learning environment. Let's start by taking a look at Miss Megan's elementary school classroom and how she utilizes the emotional support domain. As a reminder, the domains of emotional support are positive climate, negative climate, teacher sensitivity, and regard for student perspective. Notice how she considers each of these dimensions to create an ideal classroom setting.
I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam, I am. Okay, class, now let's sit up and make a circle so that we can start our discussion of green eggs and ham. Can anyone tell me what they liked about the book? Allie?
I liked how the words kind of sounded the same. They kind of sounded like a song.
Exactly. Does anybody know what we call
Rhyming!
Yes, Jenna, I'm so glad that you're so excited about rhyming. Can anyone else tell me anything else that they know about rhyming? Renee? We were talking yesterday about rhyming, and you were telling me where the words sounded the same. Do the words sound the same at the beginning?
No, at the end.
Yes, exactly right. When words rhyme, they sound similar at the end. Now, can anyone give me a summary of the book? Jenna?
Well, he didn't want to try the green ham.
You mean green eggs and ham?
Yes, thank you, Allie. Green eggs and ham. He didn't want to try the green eggs and ham, but then he did and he liked it.
Great summary, Jenna, and thank you, Allie, for helping Jenna remember. Have any of you ever tried a food that you didn't think you were going to like and ended up liking it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Okay, class. I want to hear all of your stories. I know you're very excited to share, but I need you to raise your hand so we can take turns so that everyone can hear each other. Renee?
Well, this one time, my mom really wanted me to try this homemade strawberry jelly, but I didn't think I was gonna like it, and I didn't want to try it, but then she had me try it on a little bit of toast, and I liked it.
So you liked it. Your mom was like Sam, I am, and she got you to try the jelly even though you didn't want to. Does anybody else have anything to share? Jenna?
Well, my mom always tries to get us to eat our vegetables, and one time she gave us these weird little tree-looking things called broccoli, and they looked really weird, so I didn't think I was going to like it, but they actually...
Did you see how well Megan and her students worked together? Megan definitely implemented all of the dimensions of emotional support. She created a positive climate by being in close proximity to the students, sitting on the floor and interacting with them on a personal level. Through the social conversation, she fostered warm, supportive relationships between everyone. The kids were smiling and very enthusiastic. Also, the students had respect for Megan, listening closely and keeping eye contact. Even though one of the students called out without raising their hand, she responded in a positive and constructive way. Teacher sensitivity was apparent because the students were comfortable sharing their ideas with the group, even when it was off topic. Megan was aware of students who needed extra support or assistance or attention, like Renee during the rhyming conversation. Megan also had regard for her students' perspectives. She asked if they liked the book and if they had ever tried food they thought they didn't like and ended up liking it. Assessing the students' funds of knowledge or accessing the students' funds of knowledge while relating to the curriculum of green eggs and ham. Also, she allowed the students to have a choice of how they were sitting when she was reading the book, giving freedom to the students. She provided many opportunities for student talk and expression, supporting student opinions and autonomy. She was flexible in her lesson plans when Allie asked a question about rhyming. Moving on to our next class domain, we will evaluate how Miss Allie incorporates instructional support into a middle school classroom. Quick recap, this domain has 3 dimensions of concept development, quality of feedback, and language modeling.
How about that video class? Wasn't it interesting how they made the human body fun and exciting? And they still showed how they knew so much about the human skeleton. Now I want you each to make a song connecting what we learned yesterday about the muscles and what we learned today about the bones. And feel free to be as creative as you want to, but make sure that you show that you know the different muscles and the bones and connect them. Alright, but before we begin, let's just review some of the bones that we've learned today. I'm gonna describe them, and I want all of you to point at them and say them out loud. So, what's your collarbone called?
Your clavicle.
Yes, this is your clavicle. And then, what is your thigh bone called?
Femur.
And your femur is the biggest bone in your leg, right? All right. So, what is your knee bone called?
Patella.
Yes, your patella is your kneecap.
Did you see how great Miss Allie was at concept development? She is allowing the kids to synthesize the information they learned about the body in a fun and exciting way, tapping into higher levels of Bloom's taxonomy. She is also integrating material from the day before into the current lesson and asking how and why questions to the students to further their analysis. Let's see how she does with the other two dimensions of instructional support as the students work on their project.
Any questions? All right, let's get started.
Excuse me, Miss Allie. What's the name of the muscle that we talked about in the arm yesterday? It connects the elbow. I want to use it in my song.
If you don't remember, just don't use it. Use a different one. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, what was that?
Girls, please don't talk. This is individual work.
Whoa! Allie's teaching style does not incorporate class instructional support. When Megan forgot the function of a certain muscle, Allie dismissed her question and told her not to use it, restricting Megan's language modeling and advanced language development. Also, by rejecting Megan's question, Allie did not provide scaffolds when she needed to, not acting as the more knowledgeable other because she didn't answer the questions. The quality of feedback was lacking because Allie did not allow back and forth exchanges or follow-up questions. There was no peer interaction. And because there were few conversations in the classroom, language modeling was also affected. She could have improved the usage of language modeling and quality of feedback by walking around and interacting with her students, as well as letting students interact with each other. When a student asks a question, she should spend the time to address it instead of ignoring it. Also, she could be persistent and provide additional information to expand on students' understanding and actions. Allie should also be aware of her students' zone of proximal development, so that she can provide appropriate feedback loops and scaffolds. The domain we have yet to talk about is classroom organization, and this domain focuses on behavior management, productivity, and instructional learning formats. Let's see how Renee does with her high school history class.
All right, class. Now please take out your textbooks and I will read aloud and I want you to follow along. So please turn to page 378. Let me just get my glasses. Hold on.
That was good.
You want them?
So good. No, thank you. I'm okay. Goldfish? Oh, sure. I'll have a goldfish. Thanks. You want a goldfish?
Yeah.
Settle down, guys.
You need to stop.
Okay. The American Civil War, also known as the War between the States or simply the Civil War in the United States, was a civil war fought from 1861 to 1860. No cell phones.
Hello?
Please, no,
Okay, I gotta call you back.
no cell phones. I told you that.
No, I don't remember you saying anything. Did you say anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the United States of America, after 7 southern slave states declared their secession and formed the Confederate States of America, the states that remained in the Union were known as the Union or the North. Oh, right. I wanted to show you guys a map of the territories. So let me just get the projector hooked up with my computer. See if I can actually do this. Let me just find it on the internet real quick. Map of states. Let's see. Yeah. Guys.
Now that was a mess. Behavior management is all about providing clear behavioral expectations and using effective methods to prevent and redirect misbehavior. Did you see how none of her students opened their books, and even when she tried to make them pay attention, her efforts were ineffective? Because of this, their misbehavior continued and took away from the lesson. Her materials were not accessible, and due to really long transition times, the class lost interest even further. Students did not know what to do because there were no clear instructions or objectives, and the many disruptions hindered productivity. In regard to instructional learning formats, there were no hands-on activities for the students or active participation options. The students were not involved or interested in the lesson. All this aside, now look at Miss Renee's classroom after she viewed this instructional video.
All right, class, cell phones away, please, so we can get started. Wonderful. All right, so please open up your textbooks or your notes from yesterday, and we're going to continue with the Civil War. And can anyone tell me 2 states in the Confederacy? Allie.
Alabama, Mississippi.
Great. And 2 states in the Union of the North?
Massachusetts and Pennsylvania.
Wonderful. I'm going to pull up a map for you, and you can view it on the screen here, and we'll just go through.
Isn't it amazing how effective one's classroom can be when all the class domains are utilized in the appropriate manner? I hope that seeing this instructional video furthered your knowledge on emotional support, instructional support, and classroom organization to help you create the best classroom possible. So next time you lose control of your classroom, just remember to review this handy survival guide. I'm Dr. I'ma Teach You. Thanks for watching.